10 ideas to keep the small stuff from taking over your life. First, make peace with imperfection. Now, what does that mean? The need for perfection and the desire for perfection, this conflict with each other. Whenever we are attached to having something a certain way, better than it already is, we are almost engaged in losing a battle. Rather than being content and grateful for what we have, we are focused on what's wrong with something and what we need to fix. We are dissatisfied in our lives, we are disconnected. The solution here is to catch yourself when you fall into your habit of insisting that things should be other than they are. Just remind yourself gently life is okay the way it is right now. In the absence of a judgment, everything will be fine. As you begin to eliminate your need for perfection in all areas of your life, you will begin to discover the perfection in life itself. Second, be happy where you are. Many of us continually postpone our happiness indefinitely. It's not that we consciously set out to do so, but that we convince ourselves someday I will be happy. We tell ourselves we will be happy when our bills are paid, when we get our first job, when we get a promotion. We convince ourselves that life will be better after we get married, have a baby, and etc. etc. Then we get frustrated that kids aren't old enough, we will be happy when they are old enough. After that, we are frustrated that we have teenagers to deal with, and on and on and on. The truth is, there's no better time to be happy than right now. If not now, when? Your life will always be filled with challenges. It's best to admit this to yourself and decide to be happy anyway. For a long time, it had seemed to me that life was about to begin the real life. But there is always some obstacle in the way, something to be got through first, some unfinished business, time still to be served, a debt to be paid. Then life will begin. At last, it dawned on me that those obstacles were my life. This is what Alfred de Souza had put it well. Third rule, allow yourself to be bored. For most of us, our lives are so filled with stimuli, not to mention responsibilities, that it's almost impossible for us to sit still and do nothing, even for a few minutes. Practice allowing yourself to be bored, even if it's just for an hour, and don't fight it. The feelings of boredom will be replaced with feelings of peace, and with a little practice, you will learn to relax. Just sit still. Perhaps look out the window and notice your thoughts and feeling. At first, you might get a little anxious, but each day it will get a little easier. Just like your body, your mind needs an occasional break from hectic routine. When you allow your mind to take a break, it comes back stronger, sharper, more focused, and creative. Repeat yourself, life is not an emergency. Although most people believe otherwise, life is not an emergency. We can take simple preferences and turn them into conditions for our own happiness. Or we beat ourselves up if we can't meet our self created deadlines. The first step is to admit that in most cases you're creating your own emergency. Life will usually go on if the things don't go according to the plan. It's also helpful to keep reminding yourself and repeat to yourself life is not an emergency.